it's time to have a look back at the girls again in their official Miss Manila shirts, of course, provided by Jack G. So let's all call them out.
Judge.
Alright, here are our top 20 candidates for Miss Manila 2023. Wala ba kayo mga kamay dyan? Alright. I'm just curious, like, if you interview some of the candidates, what about you, ma'am? How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling happy.
And you here? Totally happy, great. And the beautiful lady in the back?
Immensely grateful.
Immensely grateful. And you? Lady here? Great.
Super grateful.
Alright.
Very amazing. It's been a while, but it's great. I'm very happy because this is one of our major events in Miss Manila 2020. Happy to see you, everyone. I hope you're all doing great. I'm very excited to hear what questions they have for us for today.
Alright, so there you have it. Big round of applause for these beautiful candidates. These girls will be battling it out for the title of Miss Manila 2023. That comes with, once again, 1 million pesos in cash. Napakanya naman sa million yun, di ba? 1 million! Again, 1 million pesos in cash! Woo! And more prizes than only that cash, okay? And of course, the beautiful crown. With, as I said earlier, 2,550 pieces of precious diamond, sapphire, and white pearl made by Archibald Jewelry. So, pag nanalo sila, saan nila yun? The crown? Secret. Secret, sabi ni Sir Charlie. Grabe ba? Parang mas mahal pa yung crown ng surprises. Alright, so, now we're gonna be opening the floor to our dear press people. This is your time to ask them questions, so feel free to approach. Can you state your name and your affiliation? Okay.
How many questions can we ask?
98 questions.
Okay. Now I'm going to call two girls to give others a chance. We're calling Santa Mesa and Paco. Of course, two different questions instead of one girl preparing for an answer. I know these two girls, and their question is, you joined other national pageants before. What are you bringing to the table in terms of experience here in Miss Manila?
Hello, Tito Norma.
Hello.
It's so nice to see you and everyone from the press again. For your question, actually, it has always been a dream of mine ever since I was college to join Miss Manila. However, I wasn't given the opportunity because, like what my parents always tell me, studies first muna. So that's what I goaled when I was in college and to pass the CPA board exams. And now that I'm a CPA and already graduated cum laude and graduated from Santa Tomas. And backed up with so many experiences from my national pageants from Miss World Philippines and from the recently concluded last year, Binibining Pilipinas. I believe that I have enough experience, I have enough maturity to show not just only the Manileños, but the whole Philippines what a true woman of worth is.
Thank you, Anne. And Angela, pageant advocacies are overrated. Agree or disagree? Explain your answer.
I do not agree. Genuine pageant advocacies are never overrated because we stand on pageant platforms and on social media to fight injustice and whatever causes the beauty queen believes in. I think that it's a stereotype that beauty queens just come up with advocacies to make their social media presence stronger, but that's not necessarily true. I can't say the same for everyone else, but most of the queens I know and the sisters behind me, we stand before you guys with the most genuine advocacies we have.
Thank you so much and good luck, ladies. The next question will come from
Hi, I'm International College 101. Canadian girls, of course. So, may I call Miss, sumali sa school girls? Julie. And of course, Miss Moresa. Anong sabi niya kanina? Station. Alright, girls, you're pageant veteran. You joined, of course, Miss Philippines Earth, Miss Moreza, and Miss Santa Cruz. You joined International Pageant, also National Pageant. So, what motivates you, or what motivates you or inspires you to keep going in pageantry? Miss Moreza.
As I mentioned in my spiel earlier, as a true blue Manila who's graduated from Manila Science and De La Salle University, and having been a scholar in these 7 full years, I believe it is my duty to pay it forward and to give back to those who especially need it. And now that I've had all of these experiences these past few months, I've worked in several NGOs, in private companies, collaborated with so many brands. I feel like this is such a huge responsibility for me to always go back to my core. And I hope this is okay, and I'll tell a brief story about a certain experience that I experienced in the streets of Manila before. Well, I was about to graduate from De La Salle University, Manila, right across our school, so this was a couple of years ago, back in 2016. And it was just literally weeks away from graduating when I experienced street sexual assault in broad daylight. And so, but eventually I was able to put that man in jail. And ever since then, I've always questioned my worth as a woman. You know what I mean? Like, how could that such awful thing have happened to me? And how was I supposed to bounce back from it? And that was the reason why I decided to work for NGOs that would rescue and restore minor victims, sexually exploited children that are scarred for life. And that's why I mentioned, and if you're interested to see me talk so passionately right now about it, this has been an advocacy that I've been doing for 10 years. This is very deep-seated in my heart. I am not a regular pageant patty who just brings out an advocacy there to promote myself. This runs definitely deeper than me. This is for our Filipino children, especially in the city of Manila. Thank you. Thank you for the question.
Of course, Miss Santa Cruz.
But for me, what motivates me to join pageant again is that not a lot of people know that I'm an agriculture entrepreneur. I work directly with farmers, with a fisherman, not only here in Manila, but also in the provinces where I get my resources from.
Correct.
So, I just
Number one
wanna
ka dapat eh.
share and
Number one ka
expand
dapat.
promote Philippines, not only here in Manila. The Philippines has a lot of agricultural resources that we can use not only to help ourselves, but also help our community. And I want to give light to that us women, the women of Manila, is not just beauty, it's not just intelligence. We work every day. We don't do this for a season. We work every day to promote our advocacies, what are close to our hearts. And I would like to be one of those girls, of those women, to be able to share that and really give life to
Miss Manila 2016.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Nolly for OMND Worldwide. Okay. I want to ask the representative from Sampalo, Ana Cruz, and from Ross Boulevard. Ang paboritong lugar ni Mark. Sampalo. Okay. Miss Sampalo, in your opinion, how does the city of Manila set apart from the other major cities in the world?
Hi, good afternoon po. Well, Manila is so different because it serves as a window to the past, despite the rapid innovations. It is a place where we see the most historical sites, like Intramuros, Manila Cathedral, the San Agustin Church. So it's really an admired city, and to top that, it's very resilient. During World War II, it was the second most devastated city in the whole world, but it was able to rise up, and you could really see that in any adversity, the city of Manila can stand back at its feet. Thank you.
Very well said. Thank you very much. And for Miss Boulevard. I'm sorry. Okay. For you, aside for the title, for the crown, what do you forward to gain in joining the Miss Manila 2023 series?
Well, of course, before joining with or without pageant, I have always worn a sash, an eternal sash, a sash of service. Even when I was younger, I was exposed to outreaches, and Miss Manila is such an amazing platform for me to showcase my advocacy, especially in health. But I believe that health is a constitutional right of every Manila and of every Filipino. And I wish to stand, not just to the witness of that, but I wish to stand as a vessel to achieve this. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much, ladies. Okay, next is Mr. J. Marble.
Hi, good afternoon, ladies. This is Jay Marble from Pageant. I'd like to call Miss Tayuman and Malate. It's all first. Good afternoon, Miss Tayuman. All right, my question for you is, how will you convince us that you are Miss Manila 2023?
First of all, I joined Miss Manila not for my own self-glory or own self-pride. I come here with a dream for my community, and that is to empower senior citizens out of school youth through entrepreneurship. So I have started the business despite the pandemic with my own little savings from working abroad. And I didn't expect that I would be able to provide and offer jobs and opportunities to senior citizens and out of school youths. So I believe with these kinds of things, I have reached out to our community, and I have found that true happiness can be found in helping others. So these kinds of things also, I have found my worth as a woman and my worth as Miss Manila 2020. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's have Miss Malate. Hi, Miss Malate.
Hello, good day.
Good day. My question for you is, what are you looking forward for this Miss Manila pageant?
Something I'm looking forward to is hearing and listening to everyone's advocacy. Not just that, but something I'm looking forward to is the platform that this is going to give me, in the sense that I have been going on a public speaking journey. So for me to be up here and talk to all of you is such a big dream. Not just that, but it's a huge milestone. So I would like to use this platform to show that even if you're shy and introverted, such as me, that after working to develop yourself and your self-confidence, that you too can also talk in front of a press like this or in front of a huge audience.
All right. Thank you so much.
Miss Zamora and Miss Zamora.
Perfect.
For me, sa Sonora, so, gusto ko na ng 1 million pesos here sa gusto nila, ano mga gagawin mo sa premium?
Well, thank you for the wonderful question. Well, of course, I will give it to, of course, with the homeless people. Homeless people has actually had a special place in my heart since I'm an adopted child. And my real parents is a homeless people. And so I would really love to give back to all of them and to, of course, to show my story and share my story to each and every one. Thank you.
Next to Singapore, Korea. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm fine. It's great.
I'm good for you. What makes you proud as a millennial?
What makes me proud as a millennial? Of course, the people makes me proud as a millennial. We, the millennials, are very resilient, strong, and very powerful. You know why? Because as you can see, the girls behind me are very powerful and very very purposeful. And I think that is the thing that I should be proud as a millennial, because we are the people of power, the people of worth, and the people of dreams. Thank you.
So, this may must do para kaya ay masaya.
Para lahat ma-question.
Yes, of course. Okay. So, if there's something about your community that you can be proud of, what would that be and why? Let's start with Masaya.
So, good afternoon, everyone. So, as someone who came from poverty and grew up without financial support from their parents, I would say that I have a lot of experience in terms of the journey in life. And to me, that courage and determination of being able to send myself to school without having anyone else's help and support, it speaks about how courageous and determined millennials like me are. And I believe that this is what I'm most proud about our community, our courage and determination. Thank you.
Nakita ko yun sa ano eh, sa TV others eh.
Hi, so
No.
in our community, experience of fire that broke out before, and so it managed to really bring out the unity in the couple. So it's really great. That's really something that I'm proud of, because it's just also a lot that's happening in our community. It's really
Speak namin yun. Ito ang ganda nito.
Ay,
Kaya ako speak namin for sure na. Oo. Ano ko pamilya?
So I think that's really
Speak namin. Okay.
Sila Bobby naman magtanong. And here, with the girls, of course, we help one another. We make sure that we look beautiful.
Thank you. So,
Si Luis pa.
Sino
Sino nga ba itong?
Luis.
Si Luis.
Yung Tagalog.
Pandakan.
Pandakan. Artist.
So, I'm actually from Canada, okay? So I'm going to ask you something as a foreigner. So if you have to describe Manila to someone that has never visited this city before, what would you tell them?
Artist.
So, good afternoon, everyone. So, definitely, I will say Manila is exceptional and historical. We all know that Manila, it has Intramuros, the walled city. I definitely gonna bring you there, and also to my community, which is Ubotondo. So, fun fact, I'm from Ubotondo, where it is famous for its food part. So definitely they serve a lot of food, Japanese, Korean, and Filipino. And I would like to bring you to Ubo, specifically the Aling Consuelo Halo-Halo. It's very famous and very rare.
Yes. Magkano yan? 65 pesos. Pwede na sis. Kaya-kaya.
I can really relate because I have a boyfriend who has
My
never
boyfriend.
in the Philippines for 4 years, but I'm so surprised that he's never been to the city of Manila. And then I have to tell him that Manila is so historical, that's one. And you have really wide variety of street food that he really has to try. At the same time, I really want him to visit Manila, to be honest, because he has to witness Huli-Huli every fiesta in January 3rd week, because in Kandakan, two different religions are united. Kagdipayanos and Catholic people. It is very much unique because I feel like it's the very first time I've also heard of two different religions being united. So we celebrate our fiesta all together, not in a different religious way, but we united. So I really want you as well. Please experience not just Kandakan but the entire Manila, and you will never regret experiencing Manila. Thank you.
At Don Bosco.
Alright, let's move on to
Biglang tumanta doon.
Hello. Hi, hello.
Oo, diretso ka na. Oo nga. Siyas na pinauwi na ako eh. Ano oras pa kasi? Bit ba kasi
It's good if you can create a special program for the people of Manila, rich and poor, was guaranteed.
Good day, everyone. Hi. So, as many didn't know, I was raised by my grandparents, and my advocacy had evolved. So, from fighting or empowering youth, which is sex education, now my most genuine advocacy is also to empower elderly lives. So, most of the people today only focuses on the youth. We all know that, because we all know that the youth is the future or the success of our future, the success of the future of our nation. But we tend to forget the elderly, the seniors, most especially in their hard work. But even when they're so old, they're still working. You can see them in the busy streets with the adults or with the youth. That's why I am here to uplift my advocacy, which is to empower the elders as well, through giving them genuine and proper care, love, and respect. It is not because that they're already aged. We tend to forget them or just disregard them of all the opportunities that they can offer to us. It is also important and essential that we gain to accept and how their ideas, their hard work has been put in this situation, that we can see as the progress of our nation and economy. Thank you so much.
And another question from Ms. in the future, we will allow Ms. Manila to accept transgender contestants. Why?
Thank you for the wonderful question. Again, I'm Ms. Lagata. And to that question, I think it's not, because it's all about the girls, but I will not destroy about their something. And I realized that no, like condition or less thing was we have a candidate, LGBT, if I'm correct, then I can give accept na I consider his or hindi ko consider her as a girl because nandito kami kasi we are in woman world. But some guy or some old man told me doon sa lugar namin, he questioned it, why
bakit may LGBT ganyan. And I was just like, LGBT is a part of our world today. LGBT is most powerful. LGBT is mas malakas, mas maraming alam. At also, I'm really proud that I have a lot of friends at LGBT and they are very proud of me that as a beginner of pageantry, I joined this pageant at hindi ko rin po inaasahan makakapasok ako dito kasi nga, beginner po ako. And I was just like, oh, go girl, the experience that we have, kapag nagtutok ka ng mga pageant, tapos ang laki nag accept me. I was just like, parang first hero.
Ang question is, parang papayagan mo bang sumali ang mga trans sa Miss Manila?
Wala siya kasi kapag nakapasok ko yung LGBT. So, the question, I'm not to doon sa mga hindi tumatanggap ng mga LGBT sa mga pageant. But here in Miss Manila, in the future, if mananalo or if gagawa po ako ng organization, is tatanggapin ko po ang mga LGBT. At mas papalakihin ko po ang mga pageant ng mga LGBT.
Hi, I'm Roman Gonzalez from Pageant.ph. In relation to the question of Bobby, may I ask Mr. Charlie Lumo, I think he's here from the Tourism Department of Manila. Oh, anyone from the organizer? Kasi the last press con, one of my questions was kung tatanggap ba ang Miss Manila ng may asawa, may anak, transgender, transsexual. So I would like to know kung anong nangyari, kung tumanggap ba o hindi.
Anong pageant?
Kung sino po ang pwede sumagot. Kasi that time, ang sabi po ay pag-uusapan pa. So hindi po kami updated kung tulad ng Miss Universe Philippines, Pilipinas, ay tumanggap na sila ng may asawa, may anak.
Asawa naman.
Pati Miss Universe Philippines.
Miss Universe
Anybody from...
I'm Kate Valenzuela from
Yes, Miss Kate.
Hello. Kasi hindi pa namin
hindi pa naman legal kasi.
Because yung Manila kasi maraming projects. So we wanted, na may mga nakaline up for Mrs. Manila, for Miss Gay. So apparently, naka-section kasi yung mga projects. So siguro in the future, we will consider that. But it was, it was parang na-plan prior to yung So we have to follow yung mga planned na projects ng tourism at saka ng local government ng Manila. So for the meantime, we stick to the Miss Manila, Miss Gay, to the nawala si Search.
Thank you, Miss Kate. Nasagot ko na po. Ayun, ito yung sagot ko sa sinabi kami nga ni isang kandidata kung nawala yung soap na Anyways, sino yung hindi pa nagsasalita na first time sumali ng pageant? Nagsalita na ba kayo? Yung hindi pa nagsasalita na first timer sumali. Ito pa? Sino yun? Ayan.
Yung punta, yung si Antonio talaga.
Please step forward, Miss Inchamuros and Miss Santa Ana. So, ang gaganda nyo, and parang nakakagulat na first time na sumali ng pageant.
Exactly.
And bakit? And bakit sa Miss Manila kayo sumali? Miss Santa Ana ito.
Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Interesting na katanungan. Matagal ko na po gustong sumali sa Miss Manila before pa pong pandemic. However, hindi po natuloy dahil hindi po inalaw ng ating mabuting mayor na si Isko Moreno.
Kasi wala.
Simula ng pageant.
Parang si Erap yung last, no? Si Erap.
City or Lalawigan. And I was born here in Manila. I was studying here in Manila, so I know to Miss Manila. And if I learn a lot from this pageant, I will also try
to get into the national pool. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Santana. Mr. Johnny Rosenthal, bakit kayo pageant and why Miss Manila?
Actually, it's not my first time to join pageant. I joined in our province covering Miss Capital. And why Miss Manila? Miss Manila because I think that I am the woman born when the pandemic hits. I question myself, what's next for me? Then Miss Manila opened. I think it is meant to be for me to join here in Miss Manila to raise the awareness of my advocacy, which is sport advocacy. Because I think it is time now to prove what men can do, women can. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Chong Ross. And I would like to ask Ms. Don Bosco, Ms. Padre Faura, hindi pa yata kayo nagtatanong. First, same question. Kayo na ba first time mo yung mag-pageant?
Actually, this is my first national pageant. It is considered as national. But I am from school pageants. I grew up there. I developed my skills and my communication skills. And I built a lot of friends that helped me to get through how to walk, how to get beautiful. And the first time I saw Miss Manila was 2018, and I really liked to join Miss Manila since I was born and raised in Manila, and I want to share what my community can offer. At that time, I was underage, but fortunately now, I am above 18, and Miss Manila made a great comeback. And I'm very grateful for that.
Thank you, Ms. Don Bosco. And you, Ms. Padre Faura, this is your first pageant.
Hello, good afternoon. Actually, this is not my first pageant, this is my third pageant. And I joined Miss Manila because same as Don Bosco, I was born and raised here in Manila, and also I am a public servant in our community. I have a overflowing love for the city of Manila, that even though that I'm going to different provinces or visiting other places, I keep on coming back here in the city. There's something here, not just because it's historical. There's a lot of tourist spots that you can go promote gastronomy, pilgrimage tourism, and other things that you can promote here in the city. Manila is the heart of our country since it is a city, and because of that, there's a lot of things that you can do here. And I believe that if I will be able to win Miss Manila 2023, I can do more things, not just only limit myself in our community, but throughout the city. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, ladies. Ngayon pa lang, winners na kayong 20 candidates, and congratulations, and good luck on the 23rd. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. May please call on Miss Maceda and Miss Blumen. Hi, ladies. My question is, what is your maybe also please call on Miss Punta Santa Ana. So for my question, what is your advocacy joining Miss Manila 2023? And if given the chance that you want to crowd, how are you planning to raise more awareness about it?
Hi everyone, once again. So actually, I really prepared I'm not really prepared myself. Like, I want to enjoy my pageant. I want to be really genuine. So with my advocacy and to stay true and to stay away with the stereotype that beauty queens are just using an advocacy because it is needed when it's not. Advocacy is to tell a story. That's why here I am, and as someone who was raised by their grandparents, and as I've mentioned earlier, I want to empower elderly lives. Because as we can see, we never really get to have attention to them
that they're doing their hard work, even when the things that they're still capable of, we tend to neglect them and still look for the younger ones. Always, especially in the workforce. So that's why if ever I'll be winning the Miss Manila title or any crown, not just in Miss Manila. It is to implement and give awareness that elderly people also should be accepted and also be should be trained in how are they going to promote their skills and how are they still capable of their opinions and all of the things, and also the things that they needed, especially for the home for the agents, because sometimes they also have lack of funds, but we should also give attention to them and not just with the youth. So with that being said, that's it. Also taking students with me and also the adults to be in this together. Thank you.
Good afternoon again, everyone. So, as you all may not know, my advocacy is proper child nutrition. That is because growing up, like I've mentioned, I came from a low-income family, and which is why our food are not mostly nutritious, because as you all know, buying nutritious meal is very expensive, especially nowadays. So that is the reason why I grew up undernourished. I lack proper nutrition, so I grew up weak, and at the same time, I'm not as strong as the other children around me. And that is why I realized that it is the cause that I am most passionate about, helping children who are malnourished. And that is why if given the chance to win Miss Manila, I will use this opportunity to collaborate with the LGU of Manila to implement programs and projects that will benefit these children. And at the same time, I am not only serving my purpose of being a woman of worth in Manila, but also those poor children who I myself was once to be. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. I'm so happy to be here. I thought a lot about my advocacy over the years. Growing up, I was a really shy child. I'm very introvert. And you know how I was able to overcome it? By engaging in this kind of activity. Allowing myself to get out there and come out from my shell. So my advocacy is about social connectedness, helping people to choose their target group so that they will be able to improve themselves. And I will promote to everyone when the woman I am today, not shy anymore, very confident and worth it of being crowned as Miss Manila. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Nicky from Manila. I call Miss Malate, Miss Malate. I think we're pressed for time, so I'll ask you the same question. As a resident of Manila, what do you think that Manila, or not necessarily hate, but something that you think Manila needs to improve on? And if given a platform, what do you wish to do?
I think with what Ms. Marcela said, it's actually the same advocacy as mine. So I think we really need to implement more on helping the underprivileged sector for Manila. And of course, the children that are in the streets. So I think we really need our love and help the most. So with the platform that I have right now, I think I would be able to connect. I think I would be able to connect with the LG board and be able to have them look at that problem and have a solution for them. Thank you.
the question. Something that I think that Manila can improve on is also linked to one of my advocacies, which is through expressing oneself through different mediums, in which Manila is known to be a very cosmopolitan city, in which people come from different backgrounds, whether they be from abroad, or from different cities, or from different provinces. And because of that, there's a vast diversity in the city. And something that Manila can work on as a group together is that they can embrace each other's diversity, whether that be something regarding their sexuality, or their ethnicity, or their nationality, or anything regarding that. Something that Manila can work on is coming together to embrace their diversity within the city because it is a cosmopolitan city. Thank you so much.
Go.
And that is it for the Q&A question. Ito tinanong ko sila isa-isa. Grabe, ito ang parang congratulations. But anyhow, thank you so much. Please want to give yourself a big round of applause for answering those tough questions. So, dear friends, everyone can also vote for the favorite candidate by visiting the official website. That is www.missmanila.ph. And of course, please do leave a like on the official photos of the candidates. So now it's time to award the Darling of the Press. Alright. And of course, we will also Mr. Charlie Luma. So can you join us in presenting the award? Of course, Mr. Charlie is from the City of Manila Department of Tourism, Culture, and Arts of Manila. Sino sa Pilipinas? Sino pinota nyo? Alright, so, go, Mr. Charlie. So Charlie, can you do the honors? Our Darling of the Press is none other than
Darling of the Press, Angela Ocol Ako.
Ms. Angela Ocol from Baco, Manila. Wait, are we gonna announce how much? Surprise at the Thank you so much, Charlie.
Solo niya.
Once again, congratulations to the Darling of the Press.
Solo. Tawagin mo dito, Armin.
Angela here. Angela here. Angela, look here. Here. Angela here in this side. Angela here. Look here.
Look here na.
Alright, thank you. Center.
Here. Norma.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Alright, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That wraps up Miss Manila's media press conference. To all our media friends, why don't you give yourself a big round of applause and our good friends from all over Canada. So, in behalf of Miss Manila and the rest of the team, it's a pleasure to have you all here today. Thank you for coming and hosting the show. On stage, we still approach the candidates if we want a follow-up interview, especially for our friends in the TV network. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Francis Montague, saying God bless and thank you. Have a great evening, everyone. We'll see you all next week. Ciao.